Okay, looks like stream's up and running fine. So this morning I made it through the Thunder Plains and first run through of Macalania Forest. And I'm just up to the Spherimorph boss fight. I think there's one or two little things I need to pick up here. Sorry, just checking stream settings for a second. Looks good. So there's the Albed Primer over here. There's also the Sonic Steel from Oaka, which is obviously really important to buy. Let's start by doing that.
Holiday prices on all items.
Yeah, he says holiday prices and then just overcharges you. So pretty much just tell him it's too expensive and then he sells it for cheaper.
Too expensive.
Too pricey.
How about?
So Sonic Steel, yes, one of the most important weapons in the game for sure. Rod of Darkness, I think I already have one of those. I'll check in a second. Blue Armlet, I've got the Gill, so I may as well buy. I do already have SOS Nulltide, but this might come in helpful, or come in handy, avoiding the situation I had this morning where like I couldn't actually get Kamari into SOS HP, so he did get just one shot by the Blue Element, so sure, let's buy this. Anything else here? Ice Ward for Lulu, that doesn't matter. Strength and Magic for Riku, doesn't matter. Strength for Orin. I mean, it would slightly boost his damage against Spherimorph, but I don't really want to spend that money on it. This other stuff's fine. Let me just check for Dark Touch on Yuna. Don't need it for this fight, but just going forward, Rod of Darkness, I do already have that, okay. So that's everything from Oaka. Ended up with plenty of Gil. I guess it's just because the random encounters give quite a lot of Gil at this point in the game, and without escaping I have to fight them all. So let's do the Spherimorph cutscene, although I'll come back and save before actually fighting it. I think I want to charge Kamari's Overdrive. So my plan here is to be kind of greedy and not use any mixing. It's not a difficult boss, it does really pretty low damage. It has the same amount of health as Gui, but a lot of the damage I'll be doing to it would be multiplied by the element weakness factor. So yeah, game lets you backtrack here. Yeah, so it's just going to be more tedious than difficult. I think it's possible I do run out of MP on Yuna and or Lulu. So I think I could lose this. I have self-destruct to do boosted damage at the end, and if necessary I could use like a simple, you know, like a cheap elemental mix with Riku. I'll have that option anyway, so I don't think this should be a problem. I think this is one of the only bosses in the game I've literally never lost to, so it would be pretty embarrassing to lose, but not too worried about it. Wakka's not good in this fight at all. We can't inflict poison with Poison Touch, it has too much resistance. Honestly, I think this weapon's the best, but I'm not really planning to use Wakka. Stuff doesn't matter. Sonic Steel for Titus, yes. Armor wise, this doesn't matter too much either. I'm only really planning to use like Lulu and Orin to deal damage and test the element, and then Yuna to heal them and Kamari occasionally to chip in a little extra damage. So I'll just stick with Lightning Proof. Actually, hold on. What am I doing here? I want to charge Kamaro's... Yeah, I got a little ahead of myself. I want to actually fight another couple random encounters and charge Kamaro's Overdrive. So let's just do that. Having the Sonic Steel is going to help a lot, obviously. I think I can actually put Yuna in the front line. Yeah, so we're not going to have Null Tide active, but that's... I think that should still be fine. Because of that, I will go to the blue armlet. So yeah, I just need two more victories to proc Victor with Kamari, get him to 100% overdrive. Switch this back to soft, switch this back to TKO. Yeah, anyone else's overdrive? Oren's isn't going to matter, I don't care about charging that. Whackers is full, doesn't do too much in this fight. Rika's is full, Lulu's is full. Yeah, I might actually use Lulu's overdrive in this fight for extra damage, since it's a nice way of dealing elemental damage without using MP. So I think I'll switch to Comrade to have a chance of recharging it in the fight. Just run around here, get a couple random encounters. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's just do... Could do Lancet Blizzard to guarantee a kill on a B. I think that's fine.
Allow me.
So, could just switch Yuna out. May as well just go to petrify the Zephyrs here. Nice. Okay, so bring Kamari in, then Lancet plus Blizzard guarantees the kill on this. Kamari will get up to 80% overdrive. Then one more random encounter should do it. Could just use Yuna's MP, but save Spheres right here. Same encounter again, shouldn't be any trouble, just do the same thing. I like Lancing at the beginning just because with First Strike it means Kamari gets another turn afterwards, so that means Lancet plus Blizzard is a guaranteed kill before the B acts. I mean, the Blizzard often kills it on its own, right? But if you don't know whether it's going to work or not, if I did Blizzard right away and it didn't, and it low rolled, then the B would get a turn. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, the nice thing about this enemy party is it just doesn't do that much damage. The poison can be a bit annoying. Yeah, so Lulu's going to have to switch out or she's going to get KO'd from poison. Maybe Lulu getting KO'd from poison is actually fine though. I suppose I should wait and see whether Whacker is going to petrify the Xiphos or not. Don't need to do another Lancet. That was a nice crit. Not that we're really wanting to kill it with HP damage, but... yeah, I don't need to Lancet this. just have to have Kamari in the front line when the battle ends, and he'll have full overdrive. Maybe it would have been better just using Slayer, honestly, but this is the only fight where it's easy for Kamari to pick up kills because of the B enemies. So that was my thinking going for Victor. Running into a slightly annoying situation here where I've not managed to land petrification on this Xiphos. Wakka's taking poison damage. Fortunately, Yuna's gonna keep getting turns ahead of him and curing him. I guess I should just lance it the B to death with Kamari. No, it's fine now. So now I can just defend here, bring in Lulu. This is gonna KO Lulu, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm ready for Spherimorph. Sort out formation in a second. So we definitely want Tidus in. So Tidus is going to switch for Orin right away to do power break. That's important. And then I want Lulu to come in afterwards, so let's start with Riku so that Riku can switch for Lulu. Start getting magic going. And I think I want my other frontline character to just be Yuna. Fireward and SOS Nulltide. So Yuna isn't going to actually get hit by elemental damage here. So I think that means I just want HP and MP boost. MP boost gives you an extra cast of Cure. I can always switch that to SOS Protect later in the battle. Don't need Sleep Strike, but probably nothing else does anything. I mean, I guess the magic boost, yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but it means I heal Orin slightly more, so that's fine. Yeah, Riku's not going to do anything except possibly steal. So get back to the setup I had before. I don't care about Tidus' overdrive. Yeah, I think that's the best weapon. And I want element protection as much as possible. Yeah, I don't have a weapon ability better than magic plus 5%, so let's just stick with that. Wakka doesn't do anything in this fight. So here I guess I have a choice between Ice Ward, Lightning Ward, Water Ward. There's nothing in it except the blue bracer boosts defense, whereas the white bracer boosts magic defense. My plan is to just have Wakka attack to see what element Spherimorph's at, and that's going to prompt it to counter with its spells, which are more powerful than its physical attack, so I think I just want White Bracer. Don't need Sentry, but don't have a better weapon. Don't want an elemental weapon here, so that's fine. I guess I'll just use Warrior. Oh, Kamari's going to self-destruct, so it doesn't really matter either. Okay, I think we're good. There's nothing particularly valuable to get as an equipment drop from Spherimorph, so there's nothing I'm trying to, drop hunt it for or whatever. It just drops element ward armor, and I've got most of them on the characters I want already. I don't have fire ward on Orin, which would be kind of nice, but there's a good place to get that later with bombs, so it's not a problem.
What's that?
Fiends are also.
Okay, so just going to follow the strategy I mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Get power break going. Slightly annoying thing is that it's immune to sensors. I'm going to have some idea of how much HP it has by just how much MP Lulu has left. Obviously have to remember the right element to use. So I'm going to kick off with Fury right away, so get the most chance to recharge. No, I didn't even get to 6, that wasn't good. Yeah, you can see its physical attack's just really not very powerful. I guess I have a question of like, what do I want my third character slot to do here? So Lulu can only cast, like Lulu and Auron have the same speed, right? So there's kind of, they're carrying 1-for-1 on turns. So Auron attacks, sees what element it is, then Lulu hits it with the element it's weak to. So that's all fine. Lulu's not going to get a turn for a little while because of the delay from the overdrive. I could bring in Kamari to do a little extra damage with Lancet. Could also bring in Rika to do some stealing. I'm going to steal at least once, I think. Don't know if you can get a turbo ether from this thing, but just normal ether. Okay, that's fine. Start normal attacking. Nice. So fire from Lulu. Yep, hit Riku, that's good, because I'm not going to keep him in the party. And Kamari's not going to take much damage from the Blizzard counter here. He basically gets most of it back from doing a Lancet again. You do have to watch your HP a little bit in this fight. The fact that both Auron and Kimari have Ice Ward and Spherimorph was just doing a bunch of blizzards there, obviously works out well. Okay, so if this is a water spell, which I don't have the ward for on Kamari, he takes up to about 240 damage, but he's going to gain HP from the Lancet, so there's no way he can get KO'd here or anything. It's Blizzard again, that's okay. So now Auron attacks again, takes Blizzard, but he has Ice Ward. Then I think Kamari, I'll swap Kamari out to heal Auron. Certainly started completely fine in terms of getting good elements there. This is a bit like the Gui battle, just in that it's kind of nice to have the girls in the front line because they dodge its physical attack more, just saves healing. Nice demonstration from Yuna there. Thunder, so water. Yep, can bring in Kamari for Lancet. Blizzard, that's good. That dodge is great. So in the same situation as before, where both Kamari and Auron are taking half damage to the counters because it's on the Blizzard element. So just lined up perfectly there. Yep. Okay, Kamari does now need healing, but that's fine. So I'd have to switch out one of the other characters to actually heal Kamari. Don't know if I really care about doing that. Might just save the healing for Orin or Lulu because they do more damage. Yeah, I think I'm fine just doing this. So Orin's going to need a heal after this, if it isn't Blizzard again, but that's fine. It's water, okay. So Thunder. Comrade's working out well for Lulu actually. She's only used like a quarter of her MP, but her overdrive bar is half charged again. Cure on Orin, looks good. So don't need to cure again. Riku, let's see, stealing doesn't provoke an element counter, so Riku can just come in and steal. It's kind of a free turn. I could be attacking with other characters, right, but the trouble is it just does so much less damage than Orin and Lulu. And it means I need to heal more, so it does damage slightly faster, but I also need to heal slightly faster, like slightly more. So I'm fine just doing this. Guess I can throw another cure at Orin. Whenever the cure is like whenever he's missing enough HP that the cure is not going to get him to full, it's kind of worth it. Okay, so that's a Thunder. Just defend with, Spherimorph is, yeah, it's not having the best time. The chance of it hitting Lulu or, it's just not that high. I think it's like maybe 50-50 on Lulu. Might be even slightly worse. It's going to start doing its press attack, which hits everyone though. So I should watch out for that. Okay, so I've used a couple cure spells, so that means I don't need the extra MP. I can just switch to SOS Shell, SOS Protect. And don't need to cure anybody. Yeah, that's not a powerful attack. Cure Orin. Don't really need to have Yuna cure herself here, she can survive. Oh no, maybe she can't quite survive 2 hits. She can survive at least 1 hit, and if she's defending she can survive more. Yeah, I'll just defend. Fire, okay. So, Blizzard Fury coming up here. See if I can get 6 hits this time. Still don't used to do any healing. Don't think it's quite halfway down for HP yet. That's the first time Lulu's taken damage all battle. It's pretty funny. So Thunder. Okay. Lulu does need to cure herself now, but that's okay. That's a nice roll. Where's Bio when you need it? Yeah. Hey Blitz. No, this is a bit of a slow grind for sure. Managed to do what I did against Queen, forget about SOS Shell there, but it doesn't really matter. Blizzard. Okay, it started using Press, and Lulu still has more than half her MP. How's the stream been? It's been pretty good. Okay, did I say Blizzard because I needed to use Blizzard, or Blizzard because it used Blizzard? Wasn't quite paying enough attention. Well, either way, Kamari's going to survive the counter, so I can just check and then throw a Q on Kamari, I guess. So I need to use Blizzard, okay. Yeah, I think the best way to do it is to call out the spell, like to say out loud the spell I need to use, but obviously it kind of, I need to remember which way around I'm doing it too. Yeah, the stream this morning was pretty good. Had good random encounters from Thunder Plains plus the Macalania. I did get one game over in Macalania, which I was a bit annoyed about. It was a situation where I didn't get the SOS Nulltide setup, so I had my Nulltide characters get one shot by the blue element from full health. I could have avoided it by going back to Thunder Plains and just you know, setting up there, but decided to just yellow it. Managed it the second time through though. This is water. Yeah. Honestly, it was... I kind of would say it was a mistake. Like, I didn't misplay in the battle itself. I had no chance in the battle, but I should have just done what I said and just set up SOS in another encounter. I think 242... Okay, so 242, he actually can't die here because he has magic defense on his armor, but if I take damage and then Spherimorph attacks him on the next turn, I actually get KO'd, so we can just do this, I think. Yeah. Yuna's not as vulnerable as she looks because she has Protect active, so we're still just fine here. Especially if that happens. I almost got a game over in the Thunder Plains 2 against Iron Giant plus double eyeball, but managed to get through it. Okay, that's nice. Half damage on the counter. Hey Blitz, I have a question. When you get the... like, do you get email notifications to my stream? And if you do, does it just say like Voidling went live, or does it actually have the stream title in the message? TKO Confusion is interesting? Yeah. Confusion was the problem in that battle, although fortunately it didn't actually... yeah, like it wasn't actually on Wacko with TKO. Yeah, fine taking another Thunder here. Water, obviously. Pretty sure I had the stream title. Great. Let's see here. suppose I can just throw another curate Orin. Basically on, you probably know this as well, but on your like the stream setup, it gives you the option of putting a message in the notification, and I'm trying to figure out whether I need to put like the title in or whether that gets included automatically. Yeah, again, Yuna's actually not in danger here at all. Okay, I'll stick it in. I'll just stick it in the notification. I mean, if someone's seeing the title twice, like, it doesn't matter, so I'll just do that. Thanks anyway. Oh, no email. Oh, you just get like the phone notifications on the app? Is that what you mean? I guess that's what you must be saying. Do I need to heal here? I think I want to avoid a situation where I have to heal both Lulu and Yuna in the same turn. I also forgot the element just there. Thunder. Yeah. Alright, Kamari. Don't want you to get KO'd before you've done self-destruct, so let's get you out of there. Lulu still has... Yuna still has so much MP. The thing is, she doesn't need to cure herself yet. But she's having... The healing is halved when she does cure herself. I'll let Lulu take one more hit before curing Lulu. Or at least, like, a hit or a press or something. I think this is fine. Thunder, so this is water, almost up to another Fury. Yeah, starting the battle with Fury and then recharging it with Comrade was definitely a good idea. It's nice extra damage, doesn't take MP. Pretty sure I'm not going to have to mix here. So Lulu actually doesn't even die to a physical attack here. So pretty sure this is a safe defend with Yuna. Now she does, but I can cure her, so that's fine. So cure here, then fire. No, fire Fury. She's not going to get a turn next, but that's... yeah, that's fine. Okay, I have to actually... I can't take a counter here before I'm cured, but that's no problem. Don't think there's any point using Orin's Overdrive. The Spherimorph has just high physical defense, and that's going to cut the Overdrive damage too. Just keep swinging away. So water. I hadn't thought about this, but the moon ring in this fight is so nice. Like, Spherimorph just does so little damage. Oh wow, I killed it already? Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Save the K-bomb for another time. Can't really understand That was a lot faster than expected. Yeah, same. Double header, probably not great. Yeah, so did I.
Whoa, this is all jacked.
I was only getting 5 or 6 hits, but those 3 Furies did a fair amount of damage, right? Like, that was over 2k damage total from the Furies, so
What are you taking?
probably helped a lot.
Well, you said it was going to be a long trip. We'll be seeing a lot of neat things, right? So I thought I'd record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid.
Yeah.
This is no pleasure cruise. Hey, Braska.
I'm just gonna step away for a minute, grab some more water. I'll be right back for the end of the cutscene.
We're the cheering fans, the crying women.
This is it. Too many goodbyes. People think twice about leaving.
If you say so. Well, it better be a lot more colorful when we come back. A parade for Braska, vanquisher of sin.
We should go. Day will break soon. Oren, could you stand closer to him?
Okay, so now Spherimorph's down.
Good. That should do it.
I'm not gonna progress the story further for a little while. I guess I'll go to the travel agency. I think there's the HP plus 15% for Riku there. The soldier Taj. But I'm not going to fight Crawler. I'm going to do backtracking and pick up the Check Spheres,
Wasting our time like this.
farm a couple more, or think about farming more equipment.
Let me tell you what the hurry is.
I definitely need Oren's Vanishing Blade, which I believe needs 5 of the spheres.
Wasn't on some pleasure cruise.
I think there's more.
Because I think you learn Shooting Star automatically. I might have this wrong actually. I think I learned Shooting Star automatically after this scene. And then I need 3 or 5 spheres for the next overdrive.
You might not know when you'll get... Although I guess I don't... There's a time. You'll be fine. And... Never mind, I'm...
Have to decide when when I want to go after the Kane's Lance.
Anyway, I believe it.
I think I'll backtrack first and pick up another Stone Touch weapon
He sounded almost serious.
from the Basilisks, either
He was...
on the way back or, one way or the other
Jack, he was
on the
always-
backtracking.
That's why he took all those. But as he journeyed with us,
I think I just for now, want one more Stone Touch character.
He gave up.
Ideally, Tidus or Riku.
that
Probably Riku's the best,
I guess
actually.
I understood. My old man, he knew there was no way back home, back to Xanarkand. He wanted to go home, but he knew he couldn't. He couldn't go on until he accepted it. Besides, even if I don't think he would have left his friend. All right, let's go, guys.
Riku sounds good for Stone Touch, yeah. Apart from little bits of stealing. Yeah, so SOS, I'm not sure about SOS regen. I'm still thinking about that. That Shooting Star, okay. I'm not going to farm it now. I'm going to backtrack first and then do the farming right at the end.
Enough about my old man, okay?
Yeah, I was talking about this on the stream this morning, the SOS regen. I think if I want to beat Evray with minimal mixes, the way I'm going to do most of the damage and survive most of the fight is fighting at a distance with SOS regen. Basically just sustaining through the Photon Spray. I'm still not really sure what I want to do with Altana, which is probably actually what I should worry more about. So what am I doing here? I'm going to go to the agency, so I should set up for the Ice Fiends. Sure. Camario's full overdrive, so Nothing should really go wrong here. Don't really want Riku in the front line because I think the Wolf will one-shot her. Guess don't really want Yuna in the front line either. Oh yeah, SOS region for Quilla. That's right, that's right. No, you're totally right. I just forgot about that. I was thinking of that too. Yeah, I don't want to... I know for sure I can just grind it out with SOS regen across a couple of characters for Cruella. Yeah. Yeah, so I have a bit more time to think about this. As in, I'll like try and think more carefully about these fights this evening. Actually, so here's a question for Altana that I thought about. So say I want Riku to do 2 overdrives, and I'm trying to just do offensive overdrives rather than defense. Say I have SOS overdrive for Riku, right? And Altana does the photon spray. Do I get the double, and I have, say, Avenger overdrive for Riku, right? So I'm trying to use like SOS overdrive plus Avenger to go back to 100% from Titus and Waka getting KO'd. Does Riku need to be in yellow HP at the start of the attack if she's going to get the double overdrive? So, or is it fine if she ends up in yellow HP from the photon spray hits? I'm not articulating this incredibly well, but I think you get what I'm asking. I think she probably has to be in SOS HP at the beginning because those sorts of effects don't usually sort of proc mid-attack. Like, the hits, it's not like it's not like you get one hit resolving at a time on the photon spray, but I'm not completely sure. Yeah. I think you're saying the same thing. I think that can make it really difficult to do like 2 offensive mixes. Yeah. I should probably concentrate on what I'm trying to do here. Which is just set up the party for ice area. Doesn't matter. I'll start with Tough Bangle. There might not even be one encounter here. And I have Stone Breath. So I'm kind of just wasting my time switching equipment up, but whatever. Is there anything else I want to buy here? I know there's a soldier's Taj.
How's that rich? He'll be rich by tomorrow. Great.
Suffer an SOS overdrive. Yeah, that sounds hard to arrange as well. Also, how is she, what status is she getting hit by, right? If I want a dark attacker with Waka, then I'm not dark attacking Altana. So Riku needs to I just have to hope Riku dodges the counter. Doesn't sound great. Do I want this soft bracer? I think I'm at the point, I'm about to get more gil because I can sell stuff like the wizard, or the Ace Wizard or whatever that weapon's called you get from backtracking, so I think I'll just buy this. This is what I really wanted, 15% HP for Riku. Now she doesn't get one shot by the lizard in Macalania. Don't need this. Magic plate 8% doesn't do anything. Let's see if I have any crap equipment to sell off. So that was what I got from Spherimorph. Ice Strike, Lightning Strike. There's no real need to sell it. I doubt it's going to be useful. Oh yeah, no, the rematch. I'm not considering the rematch as optional. But yeah, you're right. Middle arm guard, don't need. I got this drop from Azifos. It's kind of close to a Kane's Lance, but don't think distal speed is where we want to be. Everything else is fine. Grab the Albed Primer. Head to Rin's shop, I guess. Is there HP plus 10% here? There is. Nice. Okay. So I want this for Kamari to boost his self-destruct damage against against Anima. So that's Seeker's Armlet. Don't need to equip it now. Do I want it for Orin? I don't think so. I have a chance to buy plus HP plus 10% from Rin on the airship. I don't need this for like Seymour or... I don't think it's not really going to matter for stuff like Crawler either. No, I don't think I need this stuff. Let's see, don't think there's another... Oh, that's a Arbed thingy, okay. I was going to say I don't think there's another Albed Primer here. Just picked up the one up front. Is there a check sphere? Nah, there's one at the other end of the forest. Okay, I think I'm done here. Guess we can talk to Clasco.
Would you look? They all look. Oh.
Yeah, so for sure for Crawler I'd love to be able to just win the battle with SOS regen.
Maybe I'd make it better.
If I remember correctly, that's one of the fights where the Gatling gun never shatters characters. So I think I could probably kind of cheese it if let's say I had SOS regen on Orin. I think I could probably cheese it where I petrify one or two other characters and am I just gonna blast this with Kamari? Sure. I don't think I need to do this, but I kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I was thinking even if I didn't have SOS regen across multiple characters, I could probably still beat Crawler by petrifying my own characters. But yeah, I'm thinking... I don't think Gatling gun shatters, no. I haven't tested most of this stuff myself. I just remember reading through P. Birdman's guide, and there's a whole bunch of bosses that don't have attacks that shatter. They're like literally just 0%. So that was one thing in this challenge I really wanted to like play with a little bit. And I did switch Kamari back to Slayer. Nice. Okay. Got to remember there's a couple overdrives to pick up. There's still Aqua Breath plus Flame Breath, I think. But I can pick those up now. Yeah, there's some of the other bosses too that like randomly don't shatter. For example, and this is again just going off P. Birdman's guide, I haven't tested it, but I mean, almost all the stuff he writes is reliable, so I believe it. Like Berserk Tail and the Glyph Mines exploding don't shatter in the Spectral Keeper fight. The only thing that shatters is its counterattack, like the one that hits the 3 platforms. Not sure that's useful, but possibly it is. I think Flux as well. Cross Cleave doesn't shatter, which is kind of bizarre considering, I don't know, the sort of attack it is. I think Lance of Atrophy shatters like 30%, but Cross Cleave is 0. Anyway, I did look this stuff up at one point. I'll look it up more carefully as I get further through the game, but I think I'm going to try and abuse this.
My apologies. I am Braska, a summoner.
Let's see. You said some stuff that I missed out on, so let me just check the chat again. Yeah, it's interesting.
What's the catch?
I'll find a Eastward at least somewhere. Maybe not every time. So Altana might actually be a reason to consider SOS haste farming from Wendigo.
I soon leave on a pilgrimage
Yeah.
to Xanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like
So-
you to join us.
Altana, I think there's a way to do Altana which might be safer and better, where you actually mix defensively rather than just going for damage. So like with Shell and Regen,
Go home.
and try and just keep all the characters alive for
What say you?
Great, let's go.
a bunch of attack cycles.
So quick.
Obviously you'd need Stonewood to be protected from Stone Gaze, but
Then it's
I feel like that might work. On the other hand,
protest.
I think Altana is vulnerable to Magic Break, so there's mixes I could have used to inflict Magic Break that would cut both the Photon Spray and
No one
Stone Gaze
truly
damage.
believes that I, a fallen summoner, wed to an
But the more I think about it, the more I dislike trying to just mix like 8k damage with 2 mixes and finish with a little extra damage. Like, setting that up just does not sound feasible
Braska.
without dying, even with SOS Haste, even with SOS Regen.
Let's show them they're wrong.
Like, not only would I need luck with who is getting targeted with the Stone Gaze a couple of times, but I'd also need luck with the... I think I'd need a lot of luck with the exact Photon Spray hits.
What delightful irony it would be if we defeated sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here. Free at last.
Now, Jekt. I am in your hands until we reach Xanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
Okay, so that's the second sphere. Back to Thunder Plains now. Who do I want in the front line here? I think Riku. It's not immune to any of the breaks. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So I don't think I'd even need Chaos Grenade. I could mix I could inflict the breaks off one of the weird elemental status mixes, possibly. I'm not sure that Chaos Grenade is so important to save, but Chaos Grenade would also inflict slow. Altana actually takes a real beating from Chaos Grenade. Go back to Water Strike to help kill a dragon. Lightning Ward's fine. Do you want Slayer or do you want Victor? I think I just want Victor. Confuse Ward, I think, for Lulu. You know. Definitely want Danger Arm Guard. TKO is good. Fatal Katsith, Tough Mangle. Yeah, looks good. do also need to learn Blitz Ace, which I have not done yet. Might get to the safe sphere here and then do that actually. Okay, so the dragon goes before Orion, that's annoying. I think that means probably just throw a dark attack at the dragon. Yeah, Kamari doesn't... Oh, hold on. Yeah, no, Kamari's not going to get a second turn. Chaos Grenade could be useful against Sanctuary Keeper, but I think that's about it. Yeah, so the problem with that is it counters with haste, right? Because Chaos Grenade also inflicts slow. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I think Calamity Bomb, for the reason I just said, it might actually just be better against Sanctuary Keeper. I really don't want it under haste. Unless I'm... I don't know, unless I'm about to kill it. Okay, so it could still do its lightning attack. It's not good. Not going to be able to kill this lizard either. Let's focus the dragon, I guess. No status there was good. See, I don't actually have sensor equipped. I think if I'd been paying a bit more attention, I should have just gone for Sleep Strike in the first place. But that's okay. So this dies for sure. Silence, that's fine. So get a rock of Victor Overdrive for Kamari here. Maybe Titus too. I think water's a guarantee kill. Okay, if I had Loner on Titus, I could learn Blitz Ace here, but I don't, so just won't bother. I've already stolen curtains from these guys, so yeah, just try and get Kamari's Overdrive full. There we go. Just going to set Titus Overdrive right now. going to take a while to get Blitz Ace because I only actually learned. I've only got Slice and Dice. I don't think I've even used his Overdrive since then, but because of Lightning Proof, it's just a case of getting into encounters where you only see lightning and failing Spiral Cut over and over again. I wonder if that has magic. I don't know if you can get magic plus 10% from those guys. Just 5%, okay. Timing on those dodges is not good. Since we're right by the save sphere, shouldn't have any trouble with this. Should remember to change Kamari back to Slayer after this, since the next overdrive is probably going to be a Stone Breath, killing multiple things. I think we're right by the save sphere and we don't get an encounter, but just heal anyway. Yeah. Overdrive, Kamari, Slayer. Dragon does. Oh yeah, Orin does go before the dragon. No, he doesn't. He goes before the element. Okay. What do we want to do here? Sleep Strike? Sure, I think so. I do want to steal a couple of Musk items for mixing, like 3 or 4 I think from one-eyed enemies, but I think it's a rare steal from these guys and also some of the much easier ones in the previous areas, so I don't think it's a common steal from these ones yet. Maybe it is. Can safely hit the dragon. I think there was... Yeah, I'm trying to go through my list of stuff I want to steal. I do want 1 stamina tablet, which I didn't get yet from the chests on the Moonflow. I want a couple of status inflicting items, but I'm thinking it's going to be easy to grab Petrify Grenades, since I'm going to want to kill Rare Steel all the way up to Gagazet, yeah. Yeah, but I'm going to want to kill Basilisk anyway, so I can just steal Petrify Grenades. I already have 1 Poison Fang, I think. Oops. Well, I'm glad I'm getting this encounter more now that I have First Strike than when I first walked through this area, because definitely can be tricky. Don't think I need more electro marbles, but this is basically free. Yep, stop hitting Lulu, please. I definitely need to make a list of all the stuff I want to do ahead of going on to Crawler, so I don't have to reset and come back. I have most of it in my head, but should just get a notebook and jot stuff down. Sure, let's learn. Yeah, let's learn some overdrives here. Who do I want to KO'd? Riku's fine. I guess Oren's fine too. So here I'm just going to let Oren and Riku get KO'd and have Tidus charge overdrive over and over again with Lona, since he can't be hurt by the lava at all. We're not going to get another encounter before we get to the save sphere, so there's nothing that can really go wrong here. Assuming I don't do something really stupid, which is possible, I suppose. Yeah, I don't need to watch this on normal speed, just speed it up. There we go. Go for spiral cut, just deliberately fail. Maybe I don't need to deliberately fail if they're going to just start healing themselves when they get low. Not sure. I guess actually maybe should just kill one to just not have to see double the animations. So yeah, let's do that. So I can bring in Waka to do that, right? Yep. Because he just goes into null shock here. Yeah, this is better. Only saves you a couple of seconds to hit the spiral cut. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the spiral cut animation is... Well, I don't know. The game actually, for stuff like, for timed stuff like the overdrives, the 2x speed doesn't apply, so it's kind of... I'm probably not doing this the completely optimal way, but it's not going to matter too much. It's a bit tedious, irrespective. Should actually think a little about other overdrive modes. For example, if I want, like, do I want Lona on someone else who doesn't already have it, like Yeah, that's a hard one. I don't really think this is a kind of challenge where Lona on Riku, like Riku being on her own in a battle, is the scenario you want. But should think a bit harder about it. Sephiroth would be good. I think that's going to be a lot easier to get if she ends up with an SOS regen armor. Sephiroth is nice, yeah. I mean, if you're not able to charge with like... Yeah, that's right. If you're not able to charge with something like Comrade immediately, then Sephiroth is probably going to be the best bet, right? Like, there's going to be battles where there's just no other great setup. Or no other great overdrive mode to recharge quickly. Sorry if you can hear some of the background noise here. Sounds like someone's taking their trash outside. Or dumping their trash outside. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of over the bins at the side of the apartment building, so sometimes get a bit of noise. I think I should be pretty close to landing Energy Rain.
Too late to beg for mercy.
Alright, I'm gonna start hitting the spiral cuts, because the lava seems to be healing itself fine. Might have to do a little practice hitting the Blitz Ace, because I am going to need that last hit damage against anime, and I have a bit of trouble with that one, usually, some of the time. I can't remember which challenge it was. I think it was something I was doing in the Monster Arena, where I got pretty good at attack reels and Blitz Ace, but since then it's kind of I've got a bit out of practice. Yeah, that's right. I've definitely used that.
Mighty Mo!
Yeah, if you don't care about the random, the bonus damage from the timer, which is most of the time that's not too important, then you just have to be patient on the attack reels. Like, just be careful lining up the first 2 reels. I think almost all the time I mess it up is because I just thrust it a little too much. You've got a lot of time.
Too late to beg for mercy. Too late to beg for mercy.
Is this thing actually... Yeah, I think it's maybe when it gets below half HP it starts healing itself. Energy rain. Alright, getting there. Gonna get some dinner. Yeah, can't blame you for not sticking around to watch those, to be honest. Pretty tedious, but thanks for hanging out. I'll be on tomorrow. Good luck with the backtracking farming, thank you. I'll be on tomorrow about 10 AM Eastern. So, see you whenever you're next around.
Too late to beg for mercy.
Yeah, I don't really understand why the game designers
Mighty Mo!
decided to make it quite as many as 100 to get Blitz Ace. Come back tomorrow if I can for the Seymour battle. Okay, so I would guess... Yeah, I would guess I will not be fighting Seymour tomorrow. I'll probably stream 2 hours tomorrow morning and 2 hours tomorrow afternoon. I don't think I'll get to Seymour, but we'll see. Seymour will be a pretty interesting battle. I think I have a good strategy for that figured out. Okay, this what's it called? Lava is not healing itself. 631. Interesting. I think it must just be some chance it heals itself that it's missing. It's not like it stops healing itself after a certain number of times. Yeah, there we go. Good. Let's go to ×4 speed. I don't think I'm really being limited by animations too much rather than button input, but it doesn't hurt. Yeah, 4 times speed is kind of hard on the eyes, unfortunately.
Now I've been saving this one for you.
wonder if I can slow this thing. Just see fewer Thundara animations. No, it's immune. Okay.
Too late to beg for mercy. Too late to beg for mercy.
Definitely enjoyed this challenge a lot so far. I think even though this morning was just random encounters, it was pretty fun. Always find the Thunder Plains and Macalania pretty challenging in these games with a bunch of restrictions. It's like perfectly, well not perfectly, but it's really well balanced so that you're pretty unlikely to get a game over if you play perfectly, and oftentimes you can find like small sequencing thing or positioning with character, something like that you could have done differently. It's a pretty nice change of pace from the boss battles, which are a bit more, I don't want to say scripted, but obviously I'm going in with a pretty clear plan of what's going to happen in each of the boss battles. I don't plan out the random encounters anywhere nearly as carefully.
Check this out.
I'm surprised at how easy Spherimorph was. I mean, it's obviously got really low stats, Power Break just kind of cripples it, but like Blitz and I were saying before, the fact that basically we're able to beat it with only using, I don't know, 2/3 of
Check this
Yuna and Lulu's MP, pretty surprising.
Check this out.
Having the speed up function on the PC remaster is so nice for just brainless grinding like this. Would have been so good if they'd had that on the original PS2 version, back when loads of people playing these challenges, like 10 plus years ago. It's pretty interesting how the combination of the remaster bringing some interest back to the game, plus a bit more understanding of mechanics with amazing work like P. Birdman on figuring out AI and so on, like how that's pushed challenges that people 10 years ago would have told you were just straight up impossible
Too late to beg for
to being
mercy.
actually done. Like, people 10 years ago would have been confident that you would not have been able to beat Simo and Anima in a no sphere grid game without using either Riku or Aeons. But me and at least one other person have done it.
Too late to beg for mercy.
I think a lot of what happened on the forums is that like a lot of the less experienced players kind of just repeated stuff that they'd heard from the veterans, assuming it was correct, and it often was, but sometimes wasn't. So there ended up being, unfortunately, quite a lot of bits of misinformation.
Too late to beg for mercy.
But it's all good. I should maybe put a bit more effort into, maybe not necessarily playing a whole ton of, but researching other
I've been saving this one for you.
Final Fantasy games or role-playing games with this sort of similar low-level type challenges. I know Final Fantasy VII has a ton, a bunch of other Final Fantasy games, other JRPGs. I mentioned this the other day, but it's really cool to me how, like, I really doubt anyone involved in developing this game paid any attention to how much was feasible without using the Sphere Grid, for example. But somehow things just, like, aligned so that there's loads of really interesting challenges that are possible but not easy, like not too tedious, not too difficult, whatever.
Now I've been saving this one for you.
Haven't really been keeping track. I feel like I'm closing in on Blitz Ace, but probably still a little ways to go. I could have done more to spread this out so I'm not just spamming Overdrive so much, but the thing is that Tidus's Overdrive just isn't that good in the random encounters. So it's also just not that easy to get it recharged, except in situations like this.
Now I've been saving this one for you.
Okay, Lava's getting low on HP again. I mean, it doesn't matter if I accidentally KO it, I can obviously just get into another fight and do this again, but just convenient getting it done in one go. Yeah, actually gonna fail the next one, I think, just to try and get it to heal itself. If it doesn't right here, it didn't, yeah. Still hasn't healed itself. I don't think a spell cut kills. This is going to take it to like 30 HP. There, it healed itself. Right.
Now I've been saving this one for you. saving this one for you. Check this out. Now I've been saving this one for you.
Oh. Wonder if I forgot the Eject Sphere in Thunder Plains. Well, I definitely forgot about it, but maybe I haven't walked past it yet. See where it is. It's in the south of the Thunder Plains. Okay. Yeah, I know where it is. Pretty silly to be spending this time. Like, I'm spending way more time learning Blitz Ace than I'll actually, like, the times, you know, the benefits I'll get from using it. I just really need it in one battle, but I don't think there's a great alternative. It comes down to, against Anima, needing to just deal damage in big chunks, and Tidus with the strength boost and Blitz Ace is, against Anima and boost, is a pretty big chunk, like over 3k damage. So my plan for the battle, I've mentioned this once or twice before, but I'm going to use a damaging mix. I'm going to use Tidus's Blitz Ace, and I'm going to use Self-Destruct, and those three together should do enough to kill Anima. It's not, I don't think it's maybe guaranteed, but it's like, it should be enough almost all the time. But if I do Slice and Dice instead of Blitz Ace, it just takes the average damage down a little bit. So hence doing all this to learn Blitz Ace for the one battle.
I've been saving this one for you.
I guess it could be useful later. There's kind of situations where, even late in the game, trying to take out single targets like, I don't know, I'm thinking about the splasher enemies in the Underwater Gagazet, or just random stuff like that that doesn't actually have much HP. So maybe once or twice I'll find some use for Blitz Ace there. Not really optimistic about that though. Gotta remember to switch back to Sonic Steel after this.
Too late to beg for mercy. Now I've been saving this one for you. Too late to beg for mercy.
Must be pretty close now, I think. Haven't really been keeping counts.
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh, it's a crit.
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Blitz Ace, alright. There we go. Well, thanks for your help, Mr. Lava. Not sure it's a mister, but whatever. Need to not mess up and lose to a random encounter now. So, Sonic Steel, heal with Yuna. Go for Sleep Strike. Nope. Guess I'll go for Dark Attack. Oh, hold on, do I actually need to be a bit more careful here? No, I can go for Dark Attack. If this fails, then I might have to have Eunuch bring in Kamari. So how bad is a lightning attack from the dragon? KOs. If I bring in Kamari, it wouldn't KO. I think it would just KO Waka. It's not very likely to use it, but at the same time, just spend a bunch of time learning Blitz Ace, so I'm not going to take chances. It's just Stone Breath. Yeah, I think that was probably just safest. I have to think about whether to maybe switch Kamari back to Victor for a couple of battles, but I'll save it the agency. I think I'll actually figure that out tomorrow. I haven't been quite streaming for 2 hours this afternoon, but did 2.5 hours this morning. And playing at 4 times speed and farming Blitz Ace there actually, it didn't hurt my eyes, but it's kind of just maybe zone out or whatever. I think I'll take a break and keep going with the backtracking tomorrow. So we're back on at 10 AM Eastern US time tomorrow. That's the Wednesday the 15th of July. And thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.